Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. As you can see, we're getting ready for another project here. And I got a good set of plans. If you check those out, I'm gonna have a drill press here, my thickness planer here, all on the same rolling cart. Got all my measurements. We're gonna put some caster wheels on the front here so it's easy to pull it out when I need it, and then put it back in the corner of the shop, get it out of the way when I don't need it. Alright, so I'm gonna have a lot of storage underneath. Maybe I'll put a shelf on one side, and if I'm careful with the layout and the measurements, then I should be able to use just one sheet of plywood to do the whole project. Alright guys, stick around, we're gonna make some sawdust. Alright guys, so I got my 4x8 sheet of 3/4 inch plywood that I'm going to use for this project laid out on the floor. I got some 2x4 set up so I'm up off the ground. This way it gives me some clearance room for the blade when I do the plunge cut. As you can see, got my hands on a nice track saw, and it's going to help me break down the sheet goods a lot easier. Now normally I would use the rip cut, but with my last trade on my big toolbox, this was one of the tools that I was able to acquire, and I think it's a great tool, and it's going to make things a lot easier for me. So what I'm going to do here is the bottom and the top, they both need to be 11¼ inches. Now, laying this out correctly, if I just make my 11¼ inch cut straight across with the track saw, I'm going to have the top and the bottom cut at the same time. Then all I'll have to do is cross cut the 44 inches on the, in two pieces that I need for the top and the bottom to make them level. All right, so let's get that done right now. So I'm going to do it when you're using the track saw. It's zero clearance. You want to line the track up on this side and that side so you get a perfectly straight cut. So what I'm going to do is mark 11¼ here. Then we'll come down to the other end. 11¼ here. Now I'll just slide the track up to the line that I made and make the cut. Now I'm just going to cut the width 11¼ for the two sides. This way I have my sides, my top, and my bottom all cut, and then we can start to assemble the carcass of this rolling tool cart. Now I'm just going to use the miter saw, cross cut the top and the bottom to 44 inches. And now to cross cut the sides, 25 inches. Now that I have the top, the bottom, and the sides cut, I need to cut the back. Now I have this extra piece, so I'm just going to cut it to the 44 inches that I need to span the width of the cart. Since I can't make this complete cut with the miter saw, I'm going to go halfway, which is 12 inches, then I'll just flip it over and continue the cut. Now I'm just going to use the two sides put up against the bottom and the top of the cabinet here to make a scribing line so that I have kind of a reference point of where I'm going to drill the holes. I'm using my flip top for support, so it makes it a little bit easier as I'm holding it and trying to flush everything up and screw it together. All right, now I'm just going to slide the back into place, and then I'm going to pre-drill and screw it down. Now real quick before I cut the partition for the middle and the support, I just want to show you that I left this gap here about 1/2 inch. Now I did that on purpose, and the reason is when I'm cutting things with the planer or the whatever I put on here, the bandsaw and the drill press, when this fills up with sawdust, I want it to be able to be, excavated through the back. And also I could, just use my compressor with the air blower and blow it out through the back. I don't want dust to get trapped in there because then I got to move all the tools out. I would have to vacuum everything. Now here I'm just making a quick cross cut with the circular saw. This is going to be the partition for the middle of the box. Now I cut a couple of pieces of 2x4 and I'm going to widen the frame on the base where the wheels are going to go. And this is going to give me a little added support and keep the cart from tipping over. Now all I need to do is add these casters on and make this thing mobile. Now you'll see later on I swapped out the bandsaw for my thickness planer in that part of the cart right there. I'm going to make a separate rolling cart for the bandsaw later on. Okay guys, so after some careful planning, originally what I was going to do was put the planer here. You saw I put the bandsaw up on here. I changed my mind. I'm going to build a separate rolling cart for the bandsaw. I thought the planer would fit better here. I use it a lot, and I have my drill press on the other side, and when it's very accessible like this with the wheels, the more you can roll it out easier and actually, save time using it by rolling it out and then putting it away and getting it out of the way, you're going to use it more. All right guys, this was a fun project, a lot of fun building it. It was a really quick one, so I'll see you guys next time.